two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Give to the back. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. Creates a little space. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Making side adjustments here. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Bringing it back. The 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They just keep firing. Out of the backfield, he's open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Proctor. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Here's the handoff. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Trying to put together a long, time-consuming drive. This 8th play will be 3rd and 2. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's got great speed, got a little room. There he goes, open it up. They won't get him, it's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Trying to set up the screen. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again, or you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about.
Turning it on! And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
And you love those plays as a defense when the quarterback gets a little bit sloppy and floats one out there, and you just got an opportunity to run underneath. You got to run underneath that thing and squeeze it and make the play. You can't look where you're running before you catch it. Maybe he was peeking ahead a little bit before he secured that.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive routes.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. He's got it on the run, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Lining up for the PAT. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going right to work up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Taking it the other way at the 30. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Dennis. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught near the sticks. It's Proctor. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Just drives it between the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Bringing it back. And the returner will be dragged down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the... Breaks free in the middle. Past the 30. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got it on the outside. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Next, going for the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the returner will be brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Wants to fire on second down. Working that left side. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the big fella. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
29 Philly.
Direct snap. Here's a heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to sling it on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Michigan State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Proctor. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Gain of 20.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future, finding some things here late that they did well.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, kind of take that, a little rub their nose in it.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. The quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And it's no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
42 Spike.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
He lost one down the sideline. He's got it up to 30. Racing to the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a...
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody.